All right, welcome on in, guys. Welcome back to yet another TapDaddyBeats stream. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. For at least those of you in America. We just had a very big American holiday here. But yeah, welcome on in, guys. Today we're just gonna be making beats as we do every Saturday. Man, this is my favorite day of the week. Favorite stream of all week. I just love making beats. We are listening right now to my newest release. It's called Seasons Change. A little jazzy banger for you guys, you know? But yeah, I think I'm hoping to make maybe like 3 beats today, ideally. I don't know, if we get on something really good, we might just like spend some time on something. We'll see. We'll kind of see where the wind blows. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys are trying to find my music, I am TapDaddy on all platforms. Yeah, go check me out wherever you like to listen to music. And also, if you just like listening to music on YouTube, I typically have a just live stream going on my channel of just beats that I've made. So, so you know, feel free to check it out. I've even got one going right now. So, but anyways, I think it's time to just like dive into it. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me get all my screens set up. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. All right. So let's put the kibosh on that. You guys can go check that out yourselves. And yeah, let's make a beat here. Now I'm still like getting to know a lot of these new Arturia plugins. You know, as you guys may or may not have. Hello? There we go. Sorry. Knocked out my mic for, I don't know, man. But yeah, if you may have been here last time, I just got a bunch of new Arturia plugins. Yeah, I got the, like, what's it called? The V11 intro. It came with a ton of instruments. So we're going to be probably playing around with a lot more of those. I think first and foremost, I just want to start with drums today. And then we'll go pull out some of these instruments. There's one instrument in particular I want to kind of do something with today. So we'll see. But let's get, I don't know, let's sift through some of these drums. I've been using these guys a lot lately because these are just like some really good kits. Now, I'm kind of curious. Let's try this guy. I kind of want to maybe lo-fi this up a little bit. I just want to experiment here. Let's mono it first of all. Get it like dead center. Boom. And we will set that to mono. Okay, cool. And I just wanted to see what this sounds like if I like shave the highs. So we're gonna take our EQ here and we're just gonna like go bonk. It's a little bit too muted. Okay, now we're getting places. Let's see. Let's just lay something down. All right. Okay, well, maybe I kind of biffed it on the end there, but I think we got something worth capturing, so let's see what we got here. Okay, I feel like maybe with just like a little bit of tweaking on the end there, we might be able to kind of straighten this out. Give ourselves a full 8 bars of slight variation here. Just looking for anything that might be slightly mistimed. This guy I want up. Okay, and this is where it gets kind of weird over here. Okay, we're going to do this. Oh my god, just get in place, dude. Oh, you see that already feels a lot more connected. Okay. And we're at 79 BPM, you know, I think that's a pretty good pace for what we're trying to do here. Let's also try to really compress these drums. I want to let's pull out that 1176 and really make it snappy. So we're going to give it lots of attack, like no release, and I don't know if the 1176 is going to do, because it kind of flattens that kick, you know? It's not bad, but let's try the LA2A. Let's just toggle that off for now. Let's grab the LA2A. Here we go. And let's try this. Okay. See, this is just like, I think the 1176 just feels a little bit too aggressive. We could back off on it a bit. Okay, I think I'm deciding that the LA2A feels a little bit better. So let's go ahead and delete this 1176, get it out of our way. All right, and then let's pull out something. You know, I told you guys earlier at the beginning of stream that there's like an instrument that I kind of wanted to revisit. I'm getting to know these Arturia plugins and kind of wrapping my head around them. It was in the DX7. Let's check this out. I mean, this is pretty heavenly. Not exactly what I was looking for. It's this preset called like Enchanted or something. Let's find the E's. Enchanted. Enchantment. Any of you guys played Dragon Age? Enchantment. Oh, this is a cool sound. All right. Okay, wait. That's the whole progression, basically. I like that a lot. Okay, let's capture this. Dude, this is gonna be so vibey. I can tell this is a great place to start from. Let's see. And I think like that's kind of supposed to be. So that's supposed to be the turnaround point. It's kind of a long progression, so we might even need more space here. Yeah, that's the halfway point. So let's bring this back. Boop. And go here. And let's try this out. Let's see kind of what we got here. All right. I like that little blemish. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I think we can work with this. Now, there was a little alternative thing that we could do at the end there. I'm just curious about this. Is that better than... I tried to move this chord down an octave basically over here, and then we did a little bit of this walk up. Maybe it's like the best of both worlds could be the answer. Okay, let's try this. So, if we took these three guys and we moved them up an octave, is that going to screw up our two notes up here? I'm not sure. Let's try to get this guy. So this guy needs to move up to, the bottom note needs to come up here. So let's move that back a bit. Let's take this guy, and we're just going to kind of spread this chord out a bit. And we did screw up one of these notes, so we'll bring that guy back. Okay, over here we're gonna. There we go. Okay, God, this is such a vibe. Let's compress this guy a little bit. Let's just start pulling out sounds. Let's pull out this pure lo-fi plugin. Maybe that'll help. Oh, dude, holy crap, that's awesome. What's up, Sweet and Sorko? How you doing, man? Happy Saturday indeed. Oh man, you got in here on a good beat. I like this. I like this a lot. How's your day going, dude? Let's see what we captured here. Let's see what we got going. Okay, where do we have this? And you know, it's good that this is sparse. We're giving ourselves a lot of room for counterpoint, lots of details. Oh. Sweet and sour code, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's early. I just realized. I'm like Sweet and Sorko. I'm a silly guy. Oh, man. Okay. This is kind of giving me like, it's got like one step in lo-fi music and one step in like kind of like vaporwave, you know? It's kind of an interesting in between spot, you know? Oh, but yeah, he says it's great, bro. About to relax and tune into these frequencies. Hell yeah. He's like, no worries, dog. Yeah, I know. Dude, I butcher everybody's name. It's kind of the rite of passage, you know? When you join this stream, it's like, it's tradition. I butcher your name. All right, let's pull out some stuff. Let's go into Analog Lab and just start kind of pulling out some more sounds. And I think somewhere in here we're gonna maybe pull out a trumpet. Oh man. maybe before we go any further and crowd this any further, let's actually go ahead and get like a trumpet lick or something in here. All right, we're just gonna sift through some trumpet samples. So it's definitely out of key, of course, but we're gonna just see what we got here. And it is a little bit buzzy, you know. It's a muted trumpet. I think the way that we would fix this is we're gonna clamp down. We're gonna really cut some of these highs probably to make it a little bit smoother. Let's just get it pitched down right. Okay, so, you know, that's kind of a cool detail. I'm not quite sure where we're going with this. In fact, maybe what it is I'm like thinking we come in a little bit later with this. Okay, and let's see, we're going to grab our EQ. We're going to just shave some of the highs here. Let's get a little delay on here. I got an idea. Okay. Just these two notes. This is gonna be one of those tracks that's gonna have 1,000 layers to it. It's gonna be so good. Let's play around more with pure lo-fi and just see what else we got in here. That's just like was the default, but it just sounded so good. Wait, I just liked how those notes connected right there. Nothing more than that. Yeah, just that walk up and then we hit that note and we have that swell going out of it. See how these things connect? See how these things interact? Man, this is how you get a beat that feels like very nuanced and cool. Let's cut that first note, but let's just keep this walk up and we're kind of building this backwards. You see how we've been laying down layers, like, going backwards? Let's hear this. I'm not sure if we'll keep it. Like, that's pretty cool. And then we got this droning. Oh. We might need, like, a bass. I'm thinking something rather subby. Like blippy and subby, kind of like a J Dilla beat, you know? Substantial, is that gonna be subby? I don't know. Super fat bass. No. Quite honestly, we're probably gonna pull out key bass, but I'm part of the reason we're making this beat is so I can explore all of these new Arturia plugins, right? This is kind of an interesting bass sound. Okay, let's run this back. Kind of got a lick in mind. I think that's gonna be the notes here. Let's throw this back. We're just... This is a cool... You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like a beat that John Makes Beats would make, quite honestly, with all these synth sounds. It's cool. Oh, that I think was it. Oh, dude. This is so cool. I like this. Oh, we'll have to get that first note in there. That's okay. Maybe it's just this. Yeah. Let's compress this bass a bit too. We could even turn this down now, I think. Alright, let's keep pulling out instruments. Maybe let's pull out augmented strings. Oh, wait. This first instrument, I can't help but like play around with it, right? Let's actually just simplify it to just this one note. let's just grab maybe just one of these little sections. Okay, that's kind of cool, but it's like way too dry, right? Let's maybe pull out Super Plate and try to put it a lot more in the background, kind of this ethereal. Like, we might even change where it's placed here. Ooh, the mono tube is kind of interesting. God damn, this is getting like so layered and crazy. Maybe, I'm just curious how this might feel over here. Yeah, that's probably the better spot. That's kind of where we need to fill more. We were gonna just shave this down to this one note. How did that get undone? Probably because we never did it. Lo-fi cello? We're gonna have this just kind of echo out right here. Oop. Okay, now here's the difficult thing. I think we actually are pretty much looking at the arrangement, minus like maybe a little bit extra at the end for outro here. I think we are going to want to like treat this as bridge section, but I think let's kind of fake them out that we're going to come around like... Like, we're not going to hold out that long, right? Now, I think in this section, we want to get a lot more layered, right? Now, we've already pulled out a lot of layers for this section. So how can we outdo ourselves? Well, I think that's simple. We got to just basically follow the process we've been following and just continue pulling out different instruments. What else is in this DX7? I was enjoying this. Ringtone. What is this? Okay, way too sharp for this track. Plucked echo synth. Capture just that. And again, just keep pulling out instruments. I think that, you know, this is kind of a track about layering. Let's pull out Analog Lab again. No idea what we want. Brass and winds is... Okay, I like this preset, Furry Pet. This is nice and fluty. What's this horn ensemble? Oh, this is a really good brass patch. Okay, I've got a bit of an idea for this. Okay, we gotta keep it simple. Maybe I don't play with that dynamic knob, but... Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to capture these notes, but we're going to fade it in and then out, and it's just going to be this kind of ethereal thing. We're probably going to douse it in reverb as well. It'll be kind of cool. Okay. podcast. So we're going to show the automation for this. And really, we're going to just try to focus on basically from here to here is what we want to be heard most, right? I think we're going to do something like this, right? And maybe by here, it's like already on the outro. There we go. Let's just see what this is like. Yeah. And super plate. Maybe we get like a pretty crazy reverb here. I'm thinking maybe we go for like a long choir. Yeah, we'll keep this kind of in the background. Yeah, very subtle. Okay. Let's keep laying it down. Okay. God, there are just so many instruments in this. It's almost overwhelming. Landscape. Ladies first. Okay. Land of birds. Land of tone. Ooh, wait, maybe. Okay, kind of like this sound. Extend that out a little bit more. Maybe like, yeah, to the end of that. All right. I want to hear this from the beginning real quick, just to hear this kind of put together. this is good. And we're kind of, as we're getting further into this track, we're trying to introduce brighter elements that are kind of raising the energy of this, It can't all be bright elements, but I think that those are serving a lot of purpose, Let's actually dig into augmented strings a little bit more. String ensemble. This could be something really beautiful that it just kind of creeps over the top of the track. Let's maybe try this a bit. Set our marker. Here we go. Something like that. Hey, Tabby, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. It's like tapped in. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, man. You got here on a cool beat, too. We're like, I don't know. This one's just like so many layers. But shit, how you been, man? How's life treating you, dude? Okay, we're probably gonna like automate the dynamics for this string patch here. Now he's like, you always be going crazy on these Saturday beats. Thank you, dude. I try. Oh, we were just outside the range here. Let's just scoot this in a bit. We can do that. So I'm thinking, let's make this incredibly dynamic. I like that little waver of, just a little slight little detune at the end. All right, let's pull out our utility and let's kind of pencil this in. I think that this is gonna be, let's see. So I'm thinking we have this kind of creep up. And then slow down, and then come back up. So we're gonna have this like M shape, I'm thinking. And that's gonna taper off pretty nicely, like from here to here, I think. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say, from here to here. Let's do one of these. Give them one of those. From here to here, we'll say maybe like this. And then from here to here, here to here. Actually, let's hear this. So we're going to dip down and then come up for this guy. Okay, so we'll say from here to here, we go down. And from here to here, we go up. But we don't want it to dip down like that. In fact, we're going to pull that guy back a little bit. And this bottom one, we're just going to give it that little M shape. this back. And we'll probably do another like M shape, I'm thinking, over yonder. Something like this. Something like that. But yeah, I see Taby saying, I've literally been trying to make it to every stream. Oh, that's nice, man. He says, but I missed the notification because I'd be doing something at that time. Oh, no worries, man. I will tell you, I wasn't live this Thursday, given that it was Thanksgiving. But it feels good to be back on stream, man. I look forward to these Saturday streams especially. Yeah, I wasn't live Thursday, and I wasn't live on Twitch Wednesday, so I don't know. Maybe you didn't miss any. I don't know, man. Let's actually scoot all of this over like this. And then maybe like this, like this, like this. Okay. Ooh, that is so rich and beautiful. We can make it even more rich and beautiful. I think we can pull out Super Plate and apply some pretty insane reverbs to this. What kind of reverbs are we looking for? Maybe we're going to go for the stereo tube. Can't quite make it out so much here. You can kind of feel a little bit more body with this. There we go. All right, let's keep it moving along. I'm spending like way too much time on this string detail. Alright, let's grab a random preset, see if we stumble on something cool. Noise pad. Not Love EP. It was kind of hard to make out, but I think that we could do a lot of cool stuff in this. But yeah, Arturia Lab is so fire. Dude, I know, I'm loving it so much. I just got this like 2 weeks ago, and it's like, oh my god, it has been consuming all of my thoughts lately. Now this, I think we could like really throw off to the side or something. Augmented grand piano. Let's play with this. Yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, there we go. That whole run was so good. What? Oh, I gotta hear this back. The whole run. We might be keeping this whole run. Okay, maybe not. Starting from there. Okay, we're gonna shave this down though. There are like stuff that was amiss. That's okay. Woo! Oh man. Oh, and we hit the motif. Let's go. It's a little sloppy there, but I kind of like the style of it. What if this might get too busy, okay? But you can hear that there's a little bit of delay here. Well, what if we made a more prominent delay layer on top of all of that? So something like this. Now it is going to be pretty subtle. Yes. Oh my God, dude. Okay, we gotta hear this in context with everything else. would still love to come in with like some more grand layers to really play up this B-side. Consuming all of your thoughts. That could be a good track name. Consuming all of your thoughts. I don't know. See, now I'm consuming your thoughts. What do you think? Is that the beat? I don't know. I was just talking about coming in with a little bit more layers. This is coming out as a really good beat. I think maybe I try. I probably won't be anything in the Arturia sphere. I'm actually thinking we might go to BBC Symphony Orchestra and pull out something kind of weird, like okay, not weird, but different, like clarinet, some woodwind layers. Okay, we gotta do a little bit of like dynamic work here. Really, actually, I think we're just gonna fade out this tail over here. We're gonna pull out a utility. Oh my gosh, dude, this is such a beautiful song. At first I was just like, yeah, maybe I'll make like a lo-fi beat, you know? But as we got into this, it kind of became so much more than that, you know? And I'm all here for it. Like, that's just so good. But yeah, he says, I need to try Symphony series. Spitfire makes good stuff. I just haven't used it. Absolutely, man. It's free, by the way. You can download this plugin for free. The BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin. I believe it's still free. It has been for years. They may have changed it, but I'm fairly certain that you could grab this for free. And I use it all the time. I think what's so great about this plugin is the authenticity of the sounds in there. Sounds very, very like if you need live woodwinds, if you need a live string symphony, if you need even the Celeste is really, really good. You know, I will say the only downside of this plugin is you have very little control over intonation, but you have some. Like, you know, you can choose between a long note or a staccatissimo note. You know, it's like they give you options, right? But all right, let's see if we did that right. Oh, we set that down gently. Very beautiful. Let's just hear this. Yeah, I mainly use Session Series and Contact. Ooh, nice. Horns and strings. That sounds awesome, man. Hell yeah. And we just gently set them down here. Oh, guys, I think we got a beat. Let's go. That is just so good. That is so good. Oh, man. Let's save it. Let's save this track. I think we're on song 1064. 1064. Boop. Let's see. Yep, I'll take it. All right, and we're going to dive into another beat. I'm just going to go grab a little bit of coffee real quick. As I do, I'm a fucking fiend for coffee. And you know what? Since I don't think many people were here at the beginning of stream, I just wanted to play for you guys my newest release on Spotify. It's called Seasons Change. Yeah, I'll be 2 seconds, but I hope you guys enjoy my brand new release. It's some beautiful stuff. Davey's like, need to make some baby making music. You know, maybe we'll do that next. We'll see. All right, let's. I'll be right back. Just 2 seconds. All right, and I am back. I think just in time. All right. So let's dive into a brand new set. I have no idea what we're gonna be making here, quite honestly. And you know, I usually like to maybe not set so much expectation so that I'm kind of open to pursue whatever is working for the beat, right? That last one I think was I started we'll make a lo-fi beat. Turned out into something a lot more ethereal and interesting, you know. So let's see. What do we want for this next one? Maybe, you know what? I haven't chopped a sample in a while. I just want to see if maybe there's a piano sample or something that is gonna start us off on a cool note. So I don't know. Let's see. pretty cool. Wow, like first choice, it's like, it's pretty solid, you know? Now these would be great for like lo-fi. You know, I kind of want to accrue a mass of lo-fi beats because I have been doing a lot of like these radio streams on YouTube. Like I've got one going right now where I just like, you know, put a bunch of my beats over a nice background and run it. It's pretty fun, man. Super fun. Oh, maybe. Okay, I got an idea for this guy. We're gonna keep it pretty like low key boom bap. It's probably gonna maybe turn out a little bit chill hop. We'll kind of see. We'll see what's going on here. We're gonna maybe need to find something pretty low key for this. Now, quite honestly, I've been really vibing with these guys. I've just been, so much of it has been these guys lately. We could go, that's not going to be the vibe either. Ooh, I know that with this, if we process it the right way, it could be really cool for this kind of a beat. All right. Let's just start messing with it and see what we can get. I don't like this kick, though. Neither of these kicks. I'm curious, if I drag this onto here, because I like this kick, can I like drag this onto here? Oh, I can. Okay. And yeah, we're going to go pretty much 8 bars because really what's going on here is we're at 153 BPM. That's just like how it read it, right? We're going to change that to like 154. There we go. And we're going to do a couple things to process these drums. First of all, let's get a clean, like, let's find where these drums are supposed to end. Okay, that is the ending right there. So we're going to do kind of like we did in this last one. We're going to mono these drums, first of all. Make them dead center. And then we're going to EQ. Let's make sure that they wrap around nicely too. Okay, now we're going to pull out the 1176. We're going to really squeeze down on these drums pretty tightly. And I think just like we did in the last one, let's try this against the LA2A. Yeah, it's just the LA2A is winning. Okay, now let's get rid of this guy. We don't need him. And instead, let's put down, where was that piano that we were playing with? This guy. Okay, now with this guy, we're actually going to chop by transients. Okay, we might need to like experiment here a bit. It's almost there. Okay. Okay, so now we've got like a handful of chops here and some nice like kind of lo-fi chill hop drums. Let's also play with transposition. Okay, I think that was pretty good. Let's pick out our favorites here. Oh, I had you guys on the right screen. Okay. I'm thinking we're gonna focus on these guys. Let's turn this down a bit. And we'll compress it. So we'll just have to regain stage after we compress. Now it's a little bit more full sounding. This guy's gonna come a little bit sooner. Feels a little bit like there's a little bit of dead space there. Yeah, we're gonna scoot that forward. Okay, now that we fixed that, we'll replace this other guy with it. Okay. Now I'm thinking right out the gate we should get a really good like trumpet lick. Potentially. Let's play around with it. Might be too slow. We'll see. Oh, dude, that's like so perfect. Okay, but now we need to gloss it up a bit. Change the warping, see how that sounds. Nah, not quite. I think complex is gonna be the ticket. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna move this guy over. And I'm not sure if we want, like, where do we want to come in with drums? Also, we want to give ourselves a little bit of fade in to eliminate any clicking in these chops. About 2 milliseconds should be enough, maybe 3 to be safe. Here we go. I'll tell you what, because it worked so well in the last song, let's pair some delay with some piano here. That's basically what I want to play at. I think I want to hit it about there. Okay, I hit it on the second go. It's all good. Oh, and you know what? I was really enjoying that clarinet as well. Maybe we do like bring this around a second time and then we come in with a clarinet layer on top of this. Could be really cool. There we go. And I was kind of automating the volume with my thumb on the mod wheel. Let's also really gloss that up. We're going to use the same reverb that we used for this guy. And we'll see, we might even extend this section out. In fact, I feel like this would be too early for this to come back in. I just had the idea of like pairing this clarinet with this guy on the second instance of him. So yeah, maybe we extend him out to there. Yeah, we'll keep a little drop out there like that. So we're going to have to fill this space. But you see, now we kind of have a rough arrangement. Now this track is not filled out nearly at all. But we have kind of direction of like, you know, what needs filled and all of that. So let's start filling it in. We're probably going to need a bass at some point, and I think for this one I am going to use the key bass. Boy, I feel like I've just been using so many Arturia plugins because they're just so new to me and I just bought them that like I haven't just like made a beat that sounds like me in a little minute, you know? So this is sounding like me. But maybe we keep this very low key underneath. Ha, low key, get it? Key bass. So dumb. All right. Those felt the most locked in. Now, question is, are we going to have this go throughout the whole song, or are we going to like drop it out? I don't know, let's play with it. I'm thinking we might need a saxophone solo somewhere in here. And like, that's nice ear candy, but we need more than that to fill the section. Yeah, I think we'll have this go through here. And I'm curious, maybe we do drop out the bass over here. Bring it back in on the second half. Yeah. Go, what's up, Aristos? How you doing, man? He's like, always yes to a saxophone. No, I agree. Oh, we got Mars too. What's up, dude? We got the homies here. How you guys doing? Yeah, Mars is like, yeah. I think we need to pull one out, yeah. All right, let's do it, guys. God, I'm just hitting on some lovely stuff today. This guy. That's way too silly. It's way too much. What if it was like half-timed though? Now, this might sound way too stretched out, but there's a chance that this could be really, really good. We got to experiment. We got to try. We'll try complex. And it's 110. I forget. We got to go up in BPM. So we're going to set this to 220. Woo! Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. But was that the whole lick? No, that wasn't the whole lick. There was more to this. Let's undo. Okay, that is going to be really amazing. Just, we need to, like, do something about... Okay, so the new BPM for this sample is going to be 220. We gotta just make sure that we get the full lick in there after we've transposed. But yeah, I see Mars saying, I've been playing Act 3 of Silksong. Oh, man, it sounds like you've been hard at work on it. I haven't been playing it in a while. I've had like 0 time lately. But yeah, he says, did you download the 12.3? I have not. I need to get up to date. You see, I thought I had Ableton set up such that it automatically downloads the updates to Ableton Live, but it just hasn't been working. My auto downloader hasn't been working. So I need to like actually get in there and install it myself. I don't know what I'm doing playing around without 12.3, Okay, so I think in order to do this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to unwarp. We're going to rewarp. Keep the current timing of the clips. Choose yes to keep the current timing. No to revert to the previous no. There we go. And then we are going to say, did I do that right? Probably not. Okay, I think we can do it this way. Yeah. We got to get this all the way up to 220. Here we go. And that should be perfectly, yes, okay. Now, let's hear this through and let's see, what we got. Yeah, I see Mars saying, yeah, it didn't for me either. I had to install 12.2.7 before it would update to 12.3. You see, there's some troubleshooting I got to do here. Yeah. But, it's good to know that there's new versions coming out. I've been so out of the loop. I feel like I've just been so busy lately. I've, had my head up my ass, dude. Okay, and it sounds so dry, right? Let's change this. There we go. Hey, Stinka! What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Man, we really got all the homies here. Hell yeah. I'm curious, what if we tried Complex Pro? No, it already sounds bad. I don't know, this note right here is a little little wonky. It's kind of got character to it. Let's bring it back. Maybe we give them a little bit of time before we hit that sax lick. But yeah, makes it sound dreamier. Hell yeah, man. We might come in with like some sort of mallet instrument in here. See, there's like little bits of this that I want to replace. Let's change the timing of this. Let's go. Yeah, just sliding that forward makes it feel so much more intentional. Also, I think what might get this sax lick to gel with the mix a little bit more is if we do a little bit of filtering on it. Let's pull out the vinyl plugin. Simple solution here. Just gonna slap this bad boy on there. Hell yeah. Boom. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, we have a lot of ornamentation to do. We need to put on a lot of small details, you know? But yeah, definitely a cozy cat with fireplace on a rainy fall night type of beat. Yo, Stinkout, you're like spot on, man. Yeah, me and Mrs. Tap have been pretty hard at work on the radio streams. Mrs. Tap especially. She's she curates all of those. And we were actually just discussing like, yeah, we need more like calm, jazzy goodness, you know, for these radio streams. And I love making this sort of stuff, and I love having demand for it, you know what I mean? So so yeah, like exactly, man. More stuff for the you know, cozy cat playlist. We affectionately refer to, you know, our cozy cat by the fireplace. We've affectionately named him Dr. Mittens. So, you know, we always just, you know, say, oh, that's going to be a good one for Dr. Mittens. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. Are we gonna go marimba or are we gonna go vibraphone? I'm thinking maybe marimba. It's just like kind of screaming for a little bit of a marimba solo. Now this is gonna be tedious, I will warn you guys, but I think it's gonna be so worth it. Let's pull out BBC Symphony Orchestra. percussion, marimba. Here we go. Yeah, you can tell how that's gonna fit in there. Hey, welcome on in. God, I don't have my screen set up so I can see your name well, but I just want to say thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I gotta fix that. But yeah, welcome on in. All right, let's see. I think this is gonna be the area for a marimba solo, and you guys will see my process. It's gonna be a little bit tedious. We're gonna basically lay down a skeleton of the melodies that we want to go on in this this marimba solo, and then we're gonna get really nitty gritty with creating some very lively sounding like rolls and inflections within this, right? So let's kind of figure out our skeleton. We're gonna loop just this section right here. All right, and you know what? I'll throw you guys on jam cam for the time being. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. It's a little bit too triplety. Maybe that's not so bad though. Okay, let's do this one bit at a time. I figured out maybe like how I want this to kind of come into it. And then from there, we got to kind of figure out where we're going. Told you guys it's gonna be tedious. But yeah, I see Mars says it was a rainy night and the taxis were shuffling people around on a cool November Friday. I entered the club. It was at a jazzy joint, smoky and calm. You could hear light conversations of a half-full venue. We might have to get some ambiance on this track. ba 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 ba. Maybe we roll octaves down here. Okay, wait. We had something really good there. Let's play around with that. That's when I saw her, a classy dame, sitting at the end of the bar. Oh wow. Damn, Mars, we need you to narrate this. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like trying to think out loud. We're gonna delete some of these notes. How much do we want to delete? Bum 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 bum. Let's just try to continue on from here. I said from here. Okay, that's actually like, let's do that, okay? Let's do that. I think not overcomplicating this. We're not trying to be like, oh, I was on the screen. Sorry, I'm like switching back and forth. Not trying to be like overly virtuosic. Really just trying to lay down something that is entertaining and solid and just feels good, Now, I think let's make sure that we like the overall structure of this, and then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. I'll show you guys how to make some very realistic sounding like marimba rolls and stuff like that. But yeah, Mars says, I've been listening to the Jack Reacher audiobooks lately. Oh, right on, yeah. He says they're very nuanced and noir. Okay, hell yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're missing some notes here. Okay, let's start getting our hands dirty here. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, man. Thank you. We're moving along, definitely making some good progress here. We're going to start over here, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make a nice even roll. Now, something that I like to do is let's try not to overthink it, make it too even. No human is going to be rolling like super insanely even, right? We're just kind of scooting things. I think this is about the rate that we're going to do it at. We're going to adjust the velocities of all of these. Now, here's a little trick about marimba rolls in Ableton Live is you can highlight all of these, and you guys see these little notches up here. Now we can drag these, and ooh, look at that. We can make this at whatever rate we want. Mars is like, there's a lot of, she said no, I said yes. She said no again, but I said yes. Okay. Now, here's what I like to do, okay? We're going to hit this top note very big. In fact, let's give ourselves some room to play with the dynamics here. We're going to immediately drop to the floor. We're going to swell upwards, and then we're going to kind of come down a little bit. But then we're going to go back up a little bit. Oh, maybe we do want to continue on this guy, because here's what we could do. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, we're going to delete these guys, and then basically we're going to come down. Really just fall off. Ooh, yeah. I'm really enjoying this track, you know? Okay, let's make sure that we've gotten our rolls pretty even here. Now we got to focus on this guy. Yeah, there we go. Just like I said, not the most even. We're not trying to be crazy even with all of this. Maybe some of these get kind of tight and then it loosens up a little bit. Shorten like that, and then what note do we need to be done by? Probably this guy. Okay. So these two notes get deleted. There we go. And kind of the same idea here. We're gonna really swell it and drop it down. Oh, that's the wrong note. There we go. Oh, cool. All right. Now, that roll right there actually works really nicely. I don't know. I think we did a good job with that one. Might need to extend it out a little bit. These can come in a little bit tighter. Now let's get a little bit more interesting with the dynamics here. Again, kind of doing our... Now, each hand, like there might be one hand that's a little bit heavier than the other, right? That's just human nature. Now we we start to dramatically fall off. Nice. Now, we can borrow some of our past rolls so we don't have to do all that work twice, right? So, where was a tight little roll? Something like this, yeah. Okay. Maybe just for variety, we can bring these guys over, actually, and replace this guy with that. Okay, that should be perfect. Okay, and I'm actually thinking we'll extend out some of these rolls. In fact, what if we made these like completely connected? Yeah, okay. Now let's kind of rethink the dynamic range of this so that it is still gonna jump down, swell up. We're gonna have it really come up, start crashing. This needs to go out just like a little bit longer. And we'll actually keep these kind of high up there. And Mars is like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I finally organized all my projects. Good job, man. I'm proud of you. I feel like organization is half the battle. It's tough, man. Updated all the files? Hell yeah. No, that's solid. I feel like, you know, the more organized you can be, the more that you can set aside time to clean house, the more you're gonna actually circle back around to projects and like finish them, you know. Okay. And just a couple more rolls to go. We got this. Okay, so these need to be a little bit tighter. Okay. Bring those in a little bit. And let's figure out our dynamics. Okay. And then we just got this other roll. But yeah, he says you were right. The marimbas were a nice touch. I knew this sound selection would work because I've worked with this sound selection before. And I feel like that's where I feel like I kind of have this mental mapping of like different sounds that just work really well together. Marimba is definitely one of my favorite instruments, especially for this kind of like jazz lo-fi sort of a track. I don't know, it's cool. We can actually, I think, bring over this guy over here. I don't know though about these rules. I kind of want to move this note down. Okay. Do we have a marimba solo here? Boy, that was tedious. Thank you guys for bearing with me through that. There we go. Ah, man, that's awesome. Beautiful. The sax solo is a little weird. I got a little bit of an idea of some stuff we could do with this sax solo. Let's do a little bit of work on it. Bum ba-dum. Oh, wait. What? That could be cool. Oh, it just like a hint of that trill. Like the trill was just like a little bit too much, but we just kind of walked it back, cooled it down, added a note before that, and I think it's sounding pretty slick like this. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Let's hear what we've got all together, and I do think that we have quite a bit of detailing to do on this track. Like, I want to really bring in all of the bells and whistles. Ooh, there's like one sound that I think I'm going to want in this. Let me pull it out, and we can kind of go from there. Let's see. It's a one shot that I have. What is it called? That's one of them. I swear there's a couple though, kind of like this. These like fluty, kind of textural sounds. Let's start with this guy. This is the note. Okay, yeah, maybe somewhere in there. This note. Let's bring him up in volume a bit. And then maybe we hit a higher note up here. We might just do this note. Oop, if I can capture it. Yeah, just good to kind of help connect the two parts. Oh, beautiful. I think we're gonna want that in this other area where we have this trumpet. So that's one cool kind of textural sound. What else do we have? I know we've got some really cool stuff in here. So there's this one, I think it's called like Another Planet, and it's a similar sound. What is it? Yeah, here. I love pairing these. I've used these before. I know. But like they're so good together. They kind of complement each other. And what if we actually had a decent amount of like attack on here? Almost a full second of attack. Let's just play around and see if there's any other sounds we want to kind of like tack on to the layers. We can probably bring this sax back a bit. Ooh, I'm just curious, maybe augmented strings might have something dynamic in there that can kind of help kind of serve as ambiance during this sax solo, kind of build a grand day. What is this? Nope. It's a little bit too space age. There's something like that, you know. Kai XXX, how's it going, dude? Welcome on in. And Ayo Taby, yeah, he's like, bro, all these beat making videos, I've noticed your vape XLs be timed with the drop. Really? Completely accidental. Honestly, I probably shouldn't vape much on these because we are like cutting down short form content from it. My wife gets so annoyed. She's like, "Oh my god, you're just vaping so much. I'm trying to edit." Yeah, Kai says, I never seen a motherfucker use the interface as a mic stand. Oh, this little brick? Yeah, I just needed for this microphone to be like 2 inches taller, you know, so that I wasn't crunching my neck. I haven't used this interface in years. I think I had one client like hired me to like record some bass parts, and I was like, oh, thank God I've got this interface, you know, but I haven't used this thing in forever. And now it really is my mic stand. Let's see where we might introduce sound like this, maybe. Oh, right there. Okay, so we got this little layer. It's just that it's kind of one of those layers that's meant to be felt more than it is to be heard, right? So I don't know. I think we are going to fade out the exit of this, but let's hear it back. But yeah. You finally got use out of it. Yeah, or no, I did. Well, you know, gotta put your gear to work, man. All right. Yeah, we are squeezing the value out of it. Absolutely, man. Gotta get every use out of every piece of gear, right? All right, let's see. See, we're gonna fade right here at the tail. Just gonna slap this down, and we're gonna say something like this. Easy, very easy. Did we want any glockenspiel in this song? I don't know, maybe. I don't know, I feel like glockenspiel might be almost too bright for this soundscape. Let's see. Maybe we'll pull out that lo-fi keys plugin. What's it called? Lo-fi something? It's an Arturia one. Pure lo-fi is what it's called. Okay. There's got to be something in pure lo-fi that would fit well with this track, right? I want to get away from the silk organ. What is this? Oh, that's a nice airy tone. Oh, let's get boopy with it. Oh wait, I've got kind of an idea there from those last couple of notes. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's simplify it down to this. Let's turn it way down so it's like less intrusive. But let's extend that last note and then we'll fade out on it. So like, I don't know how long, we'll figure it out. And I think about by here or maybe here, it'll be faded. So let's get our utility out and we'll just automate that. How about glockenspiel? Maybe, man. That sounds tough. Let's see. Utility. Let's see. So basically, I think over here we'll do it like this. Your jokes get a laugh. I am raging. See, I feel like my jokes are so dumb though that when somebody says that, I can't tell if they're just trolling me. I feel like I have the sense of a humor, like such dad humor. I don't know, man. All right. Let's see. All right. Oh, man, that's feeling good. Dude, I think we're getting towards the end here. I mean, this is sounding really like something. Now I just need to mix this track. If you guys are curious, I'm live every Thursday mixing my beats. So if you want to see some of the mixing process, definitely come through. You know? Let's see. But yeah. He says, I'm going to have to type my fucking joke again. This won't go unseen. Got an interface so I can put my mic up to face. Okay. That's like so dumb, it's funny. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Could not let that one go. No, I think Kai was sincere when he told me I was funny. Oh man, this is such a feel-good kind of track. See, it's these like small details that we added that are really breathing a lot of just life into this. A lot of texture, a lot of like, God damn. Okay, now we need to focus on like where are we ending this? Are we we could, I'll tell you what. Just fade out the drums like that. There we go. That is perhaps one of the most wild focus right puns I've ever heard. All right. Jesus, you guys. All right. Let's see. I think this is pretty much the track. Do we need like a little bit of ambiance? If we had like a little bit of folk, like maybe like birds. Birds might be good. Birds are always good. Let's see. Forest sounds, maybe. Yeah. Okay, maybe let's just put this like very, very quietly in the back of the track. This might even go through the whole track. We'll see. We're going to just really, really set it down on the floor of the track. It's just very, very subtle. XLR. Good God. Oh my gosh. This man is writing a very specific joke book for like audio engineers. Here we go. It's like very, very subtle underneath, and we're going to keep it really subtle so that you only really notice it in some of the quieter parts of this track. Here we go. Good God, you guys. De-esser? I hardly know her. This is kind of the final pass through. I think we have a beat, guys. This came out really great. I got a science room for sticks and branches. Analog lab. Okay. All right. Guys, I think we did it. Holy crap. We definitely made some really good beats today. I was kind of hoping for 3 today, but we ended up hitting 2 immaculate ones, and I will take it, you know? Oh man. That is good. Okay. One more really, really bad audio engineering joke. I see Mars says she asked me if I could hear her from across the room. I said no, her impedance was too low. That isn't even a pun. That's just some nerd shit. I gotta agree with Kai here. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is so silly. This is so much fun. Man, I love these Saturday streams. Guys, I'm going to be live again next Saturday if you want to come through. I do this every single Saturday. Every Saturday morning we do a cook-up, you know? I'm also live on Thursdays where I'm mixing beats. I'm also a mix engineer. If you want to come through, see some of the mixing process, come pop in, say hi, you know? And also, if you would like for me to listen to your music live on stream and give you all of my thoughts, I do that over on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch every Wednesday reviewing music from my Twitch subscribers. So come through. Yeah, definitely. I'm TapDaddyBeats on Twitch as well. I guess last thing that I always like to say is if you guys need any beats, if you're a rapper and you need beats, you can find me on BeatStars. I've got the link in the description. And also, if you need mixing services, I've got my email listed below. You can just reach out and we will get you into my mix schedule. So, anyways. Damn, it has been a really fun one. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you, Mars, Kai, Taby. It's always good seeing you, man. Who else did we have in here? We had a lot of people. We had Aristos pop in. We had Stinkout. Man, we had Sweet and Sour. Thank you guys so much for a really fun stream. I will see you guys next time. So, Yeah, Taby's like, I need to see the mixing streams, but keep missing those because I'd be working. Oh, it's all good, man. The VODs are always up, and yeah, I don't know. Hope to see you there someday, So, anyways, I will bid you guys adieu. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.